Hi gang, it's Lynn. I'm back again, and today I'm going to show you how to do some free form work with wire. I'm going to create what I call an angel ring. It's been embellished with beads, and last time I was with you guys I showed you how to do that messy wrap, so we're going to do a messy tip drilled wrap again. This is on our new solo chain that we have at all of our bead shops. So that would be on Mopunapuna, Maui, and Hilo. And you get 1 yard of chain, so I used the whole yard. And I just did a simple jump ring. So this is something that you can just slip right over your head and wear long. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna take some 20 gauge wire. This is a nylon jaw pliers, and you can use this for a couple functions. First off, you can help straighten and harden your wire off the spool to make it straighter by just pulling it right through the jaws. Now whenever you get nylon jaw pliers, look for the ones that have the screw in it. This allows you to change out the jaws after it gets super damaged. So look for the screws, that way you can change out the jaws and keep the rest of the tool and reuse. So I'm going to cut off, I don't know, maybe about 9 inches of wire or so. See, I'm not even measuring this because this is just free form work. So on the end of my wire, oops, let me straighten that end by cutting it the right way. Remember, we discussed that. This is another tool that I love this tool. It's a 6-step pliers. We carry this at our bead shops. So again, Mopunapuna, Maui, and Hilo. This allows you to make 6 different size loops and be consistent. So I just love this tool. I'm using it all the time. I'm going to take the tip of the wire and hold it, and I'm going to turn until I have what looks like the letter C. At that point, I'm going to stop. I'm going to take my nylon jaw pliers and I'm going to hold it. So this is another function for the nylon jaw pliers. It allows you to hold the wire without damaging it when you do free form work like this. So I'm just gonna slowly bend it with my fingers to make a slight coil or curl. Then I'm gonna take my 6-step pliers again. So using the second to the smallest step, I'm going to make a loop. And then holding it with my fingers, I'm just going to bend it in a little bit. And now using the smallest loop, I'm going to coil around again. And this is the slight curve of my wing. Just using my fingers, not worrying about too much because it's free form work. Now I'm going to just hold this portion in my nylon jaw and I'm going to bend up at an angle to create the tip of my wing. And I'm just going to create a slight curve with my fingers. So just free form and just following the curves of my design. Now I'm going to close this up I'm going to meet right at the top, and I'm going to take my wire and bring it through. Once, and then once again, 2 times. I want this curled in a little bit more, so I'm just gonna move it a bit with my pliers. And now I'm gonna create the bail portion of my pendant. So I'm gonna take chain nose pliers and 90-degree bend. I'm going to get my 6-step pliers and use the second to the smallest right over the top, and I'm going to flip it. That way I can close it, but I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to create a double loop, and now to wrap. This is going to be a little bit tricky because of the spacing. So if you just go slowly, keep your eyes on where everything is, you'll be fine. And if not, don't worry, because remember, this is free form work and we shouldn't stress out too much about it. Now I'm going to trim off the excess. I'm going to use my crimping tool to press in that little bit of wire that's sticking out. I don't want that bit catching on anything, whether it's flesh or clothing. And now I'm going to open this up, my double loop. And it's going to create a nice little bail for me where I'll put the chain through. Alright, so now we're going to embellish a portion of the wing with some beads. I'm just going to be using some, let's see, 3mm thunder polish rondelles. I'm taking some 26 gauge wire, and in my non-dominant hand I'm going to be holding a portion of that wire with the wing itself, and I'm going to wrap my wire right around, trying to keep my wraps right next to each other. I'm going to do 3 or 4 wraps to help secure the end of the wire to the wing. Then I'm going to string on one of the beads, let it fall down next to the wing and hold it in position. And then I'm going to wrap again around the base of what I created 2 times, pressing it over. So this gives me a larger portion to grip onto. So now I can cut off that excess tail. And then I'm just going to string on another bead, let it fall. Again, holding it in position. I'm going to wrap 2 times so that it stays in place, pressing it over, and I'm going to repeat again. So just like that, actually through the magic of editing, I filled up the rest of the line. And now just to show you how to close it off. So one more bead, drop down to the wing, hold in position, and wrap. So once again, we're going to wrap 2 or 3 times, trying to keep the wraps right next to each other. And now I'm ready to trim the excess off. And there we go. Now you can embellish it further with maybe a messy wrap teardrop to add a little bit extra, or you can go without. And just onto a nice long chain. And there you have the angel wing necklace. Another project that we're going to be doing at our bead shop party in November at Puna Puna, Maui, and Hilo. Thanks for stopping by.